scientists, early evolutionary biologists thinking about what's going on here. Because they noticed similar organisms in similar environments, yet even though they were superficially similar, if you looked at them in their details, they were really quite different. So Darwin said neither the similarity nor the dissimilarity of the inhabitants can be wholly accounted for by climatal, old word for the climate, or other physical conditions. Right, so we've got monkeys in the old world and monkeys in the new world. Many of them fill very similar niches. There'll be certain types of fruit eaters, but they are not closely related to each other. So the ones in the New World monkeys, the meat eaters there, the fruit eaters are more closely related to the plant eaters from the New World than they are to the animals that fill a similar niche in the Old World in Asia. Barriers of any kind, so those things that stop migration, basically, are related in a close and important manner to the differences between the organisms of various regions. So, this is a great example. I think I've got pictures here. Yeah, here it is. If the rodent animals that we find in North and South America are a very good example of this, that inhabitants of the same continent usually are related to each other. They're more closely related to each other than they are to organisms that fill a similar niche in another area. So test you a little bit. Anyone know what this is? Capybara, I get it. If you're familiar with kids' books, you might have said a whelp. They look like whelps from the book. Anyway, it shows you kind of where I'm thinking nowadays with my kids. But so we've got capybara, which is an aquatic organism. It gnaws, it chews high cellulose content things. Lives in swampy areas in South America. What's that? It's a beaver. Same basic niche, similar size. Beavers can get pretty big. Capybaras get even bigger. But similar niche, but very distantly related to each other if we throw in all the other rodents. Guinea pigs. Completely found only in South America, none in North America. Gophers fill a similar niche. They do a little bit more digging than the guinea pigs do, but a similar niche. We can give you other examples. But if we do a phylogeny, we find that the beaver is more closely related to the gopher than it is to the capybara, which fills a similar niche. So the past history of what organisms were found there when those land masses were separate is as an important a thing to consider as the niches that they're filling in the environment they're living in. So, some of the patterns that we see. When we look at islands, particularly islands that are very remote, we see that the vast majority of species you find on those islands are animals that are equipped for long-distance dispersal. So Hawaii is the best example. It's the most remote of any island, meaning it's the farthest away from any major landmass. And it's also relatively new as land goes. It was formed in the last couple, tens of millions of years as a volcano erupted, forming each island. So when the first humans the first Polynesians got there, they brought a few things with them, but they didn't impact it a whole bunch. When the first Europeans got there and started recording and preserving organisms,